Welcome to Science 1 for SSCS Quarter 2 Module 8. Write your name before we begin. So Module 8 is about practice, care, and concern for plants. This is the last module about plants and the last module for second quarter in science. So supplementary learning module for grade 1 SSCS learners. The learning goal is practice, care, and concern for plants. So plants are a very important part of our lives. It provides us food, medicine, wood to build our house, and other things that we need. We should care for the plants. We should show care. We should show concern for them. You want to know more about it? Come and let's have fun in reading and studying our module to understand more about it. We will also explain why we should care for them. We will know what are the practices you need to do to care and show concern for plants. Our objective is through the help of Teacher Leslie. So hi, my name is Teacher Leslie. Please help me learn our lesson for today using our module. In the end of the lesson, we need to learn to practice care and concern to plants or for plants. Okay, let's begin with pre-test directions. Read and follow the instruction below. Connect all the pictures that describe ways of caring and showing concern for plants. So we have here 5 different objects, 5 actions, 4. So what you have to do is connect the pictures with the ideas on column B. So let's take a look at the pictures first. So we have number 1, number 2, number 3, and then number 4. So what does it say? What does it tell about the picture? You are to connect. So these are the ideas under column B. Remove the weeds around the plant. Remove the weeds around the plant. For the next idea, put enough fertilizer. Put enough fertilizer. For the third idea, put plants in places where they can get sunlight. Put plants in places where they can get sunlight. And then the last idea, watering the plants. Watering the plants. Okay, if you're done, so good job kids. I'm so happy that you're able to answer the questions. There's a lot of things to discover and learn. Let's have fun and learn more. Okay, let's try engage. Let's try this. Put a check in the box if the practice is good and a cross if it is bad. So we have here 6 different pictures. Number 1. So look at this girl, look at the girl, what the girl is doing, and then there's a signage. It tells don't pick flowers. So if it's a good practice, then put a check. If it's bad, put a cross. Number 2, a girl watering the plants. And then number 3, children planting. Maybe it's a young tree and then the girl is watering it. Number 4, the children are stepping on plants. Number 5, the children are playing, but there's a signage here, keep off the grass. And then number 6, so planting more, so on pots. So check or X. And then if you're done, let's answer explore activity number 1. So plants are important. So the problem that we need to understand, that we need to answer through this activity is what do plants give us? So what you need, sample of fruits and vegetables, furniture in the house, flower in the vase, cotton and handkerchief. So what to do, examine each material. So what we have to do is just look, observe uh, observe the materials listed here, and then you are to answer the questions below. So what have you found? What have you found out? Number one, where do these materials come from? So based on the list, so where do these come from? And then number two, do we need them? You answer yes or no. And then conclusion based on the listed materials. So plants give us blank, plants also give us blank, and plants make our surroundings blank. So it's all based on the listed materials. Take note of the question, what do plants give us? So you try to pause this video in order to finish activity number 1, and then resume play if you are done. So note, you can ask your mom or dad to assist you. Next one. So this is under explain. So I'll go over the text first. So explain. Explain why plants should be cared for. So plants are part of our daily lives. One of the basic things that plants give us are food, oxygen, medicine, clothing, and other materials for building our house. Aside from that, plants also give us a cool and refreshing environment. Here are the reasons why plants should be cared for. So number one, plants give off oxygen that makes air good to breathe in. So people need oxygen to breathe while plants need carbon dioxide. So if you can remember the needs of human beings, the needs of animals, we and the animals need air to breathe, so we need oxygen. And then at the same time, plants also need air, which we call carbon dioxide. So look at the figure 1.1. It shows the cycle of oxygen and carbon dioxide. So there's an exchange. Okay, number two, plants give us cool and fresh air. So people need fresh air to be healthy. Have you heard and read about the trees that was illegally cut down? With few trees, there will be less fresh air. So what happens with the exchange of air if there would be less trees, but more human beings and also more animals? Okay, so the fresh air and cool, the air is fresh and cool when more trees. And then number three, plants help prevent flood. Did you know that plants like trees help absorb water to prevent floods and soil erosion? If you can remember, the roots, they absorb water and nutrients from the soil. So if there will be more trees, more plants, so more plants and trees will absorb the water instead of experiencing flood. So with less trees, many places were flooded. And then number four, plants give us food. The food that we eat every day is provided by plants. So all the fruits and vegetables, they are not just yummy or delicious, but also nutritious food that can make your body healthy and strong. So these are from plants. These are the food that we eat. So fruits and vegetables. So look how important plants to us. So number five, some plants are used as medicines, so they can give us medicine or cure for sickness. There are grains, fruits, and vegetables that are rich in vitamins and minerals. Some plants are herbal medicines. So this is a diagram of a rainbow chart of the fruits and vegetables. So based on the color. And then number six, some plants give us building materials. So trees grow big, tall, and hard. They are good materials for building houses and schools or even tables, chairs, and bed. And because of the trees, because of the plants, we were able to have our module uh, reproduced. So because paper are from plants. Okay, so other things that be taken from plants, so used for building. Number 7, plants give us materials for making clothes. So the clothes we wear every day comes the clothes that we wear every day come from plants. So our clothes are made of cotton plants, pineapple plants, and albaca plants. So they fiber muna siya, and then they are weaved and then become as parang ano na siya, weave together, then becomes cloth, and then the cloth becomes into our clothes. Okay, so after which, so we know that how plants are helpful to us. Now, how do we show care for the plants, because they are important to us? So what if all the plants' needs are not met? What will happen to our plants and to all of us? If they are not properly cared for and be nourished, plants will surely die, and it will also affect all of us. So here are some ways to show care, concern, and care for plants. So number 1, water the plants regularly. Plants need water, so that they need to be watered regularly, especially during hot days. So water is one of the needs of plants, so they should be given. It should be given to them. So yeah. Number 2, put plants in place where they can get sunlight. So sunlight is an important source of energy of all living things. It helps the plants photosynthesis. So if you can remember, sunlight is one of the plant needs, and also they are used in making food for their for itself. And then number 3, put enough fertilizer. Use organic fertilizer because it does not harm the environment. Fertilizers help plant to be healthy and productive in producing fruits. So fertilizers, it makes the soil rich in nutrients. So when it is absorbed by the roots, so syempre then good nutrients are absorbed and used by the plant. And then number 4, obey signs in gardens and parks. There are signages in parks that need to be followed, like not picking of flowers and not stepping on the grass. So what do you do when you see flowers that are beautiful? So all you have to do is to look at them. So you don't need to get them. So take nothing but pictures. So pwede magpa-picture na lang, but not picking or cutting them. And then another one, please keep off the grass. So or else they won't grow healthy. Okay, so remember, care for the plants. Here are some ways to show concern and care for plants. So these were mentioned: water the plants regularly, put plants in place where they can get sunlight, put enough fertilizer, obey signs in gardens and parks. And why plants should be cared for? So bakit tayo dapat mag-alaga sa mga plants? Because we can get much from the plants. Like plants give off oxygen that makes air good to breathe in. Next, plants give us cool and fresh air. Next, plants help prevent flood. And then plants give us food. And then another set, some plants are used as medicines, and some plants give us building materials. Some plants can give us materials for making clothes. So this video will be additional input if ever there are the discussion in the module is not enough, so this is an additional input. So you just watch and listen.
Of plants. We already know about the different types of trees, plants, shrubs, creepers, and their uses. They all come under the plant kingdom. Plants help us in some way or the other. It is our duty to take care of them. Let's have a look how they contribute in our well-being. 1. Forest wealth. Plants provide us with food, shelter, clothing, medicines, and even the air that we breathe in. The timber from trees is used in the construction of many of our homes. Cotton plants provides us with cotton, which we use to make clothes. It also gives us flowers, fruits, and medicines. 2. Fresh air. The air that we breathe in remains pure because of the oxygen produced by the plants. The region which has plenty of trees receive heavy rainfall, and as a result, the temperature remains low. 3. Trees as home for animals and birds. Birds build nests on the branches of the trees and feed on the fruits of the plants. Some animals, like squirrels and monkeys, live among the tree branches. They too feed on the fruits of the plants. Ways and means of taking care of plants are: 1. Plants, trees, and crops should be watered regularly. 2. Regular manure should be provided to the plants so that they grow strong and healthy. 3. We should spray insecticides regularly over the plants so that the insects and pests do not infect them. 4. A fence should be put around small plants for protection from wind and animals. 5. We should not pluck the leaves and flowers of plants unnecessarily. 6. We should avoid cutting trees. 7. New saplings should be planted every year and proper care of it should be taken. Trees are our friends, so we should take care of them because they keep the environment cool and green.
Okay, back to our module. So let's have apply your learning directions. Answer the question below. Answer with yes if the statement tells about showing care and concern for plants, and if not, write no. Write your answer on the blank provided. Number 1, I water my plants regularly. It will help my plants grow healthy. I repeat, I water my plants regularly. It will help my plants grow healthy. Number 2, I do not cut the weeds around my plants. It will not affect the growth of my plants. I do not cut the weeds around my plants. It will not affect the growth of my plants. Number 3, I use organic fertilizers and fertilizer and pesticides for my plants to grow well. I use organic fertilizer and pesticides for my plants to grow well. Number 4, I pull out the weeds around my plants. I pull out the weeds around my plants. Number 5, I put my plants under the sun so they will become dry. I put my plants under the sun so they will become dry. If you're done with answering yes or no until number 5, then let's proceed with test yourself. Directions: match column A to column B, match the picture that explain why plants to be cared for. So on column A, we have 5 pictures, so everything is clear. You just match by drawing lines with from column A to column B. So you choose which are you going to match with. A, plants give us food like fruits and vegetables. Plants give us food while like fruits and vegetables. Then letter B, some plants can prevent or cure some sickness or diseases. Some plants can prevent or cure some sickness or diseases. Next, letter C, plants clean air. Plants clean air. Letter D, plants prevent soil erosion and floods. Plants prevent soil erosion and floods. Then letter F, plants can give us a house to live in. Plants can give us a house to live in. And then letter G, plants can give us clothes. Plants can give us clothes. So draw a line to match column A with column B. If you're done, let's proceed with page 17. Reflect. So wow, congratulations for finishing this module. Based on the board below, a picture or pictures of you showing that you are taking care of your plant at home. So kahit plant ni mami or ni tita. So this show how you practice care and concern for plants. So you just paste it on this area. Let it dry. And then let's now proceed with glossary. The following terms used in this module are defined as follows. So plants, a young tree, vine, shrub, or herb, other plants. And then soil erosion, which was mentioned in the apply your learning, test yourself. So soil carried by water and when it rained hard. So plants help control the soil from erosion. And then flood, also mentioned doon sa test yourself, a rising and overflowing of water in a place or city, especially on lowland. Plants help absorb water when it rains and stop floods. And on the last part, post-test, directions, read and understand each question below, write the letter on the blank. So we have A, B, C, or D. Number 1, what will happen to your plants when they are not properly cared for? A, plants will grow healthy and will produce more fruits. B, plants will get weak and may die. C, plants' leaves will become greener. And then D, nothing will happen to plants. What will happen to plants when they are not properly cared for? A, plants will grow healthy and will produce more fruits. B, plants will get weak and may die. C, plants' leaves will become greener. And then D, nothing will happen to plants. Number 2, what are the practices you need to do to show care and concern to plants? A, I water the plants regularly. B, I do not remove the weeds around my plants. C, I cut the grass and flowers. D, I put the plants in a place without enough sunlight. I repeat, what are the practices you need to do to show care and concern to plants? A, I water the plants regularly. B, I do not remove the weeds around my plants. C, I cut the grass and flowers. D, I put the plants in a place without enough sunlight. Number 3, Jen ate avocado. What can she do with the avocado seed? A, play with it. B, throw it away. C, plant it on the ground. D. Put it on the roof. Jen ate avocado. What can she do with the avocado seed? A. Play with it. B. Throw it away. C. Plant it on the ground. D. Put it on the roof. Number 4. How plants help in making fresh air. A. They clean the air. B. They make the air smell stinky. C. They make the air dirty. D. They trap insects. How plants help in making fresh air. A. They clean the air. B. They make the air smell stinky. C. They make the air dirty. Or D. They trap insects. Number 5. Why do we need to plant more trees? A. They make the place dark. B. They help in preventing flood. C. They bring heavy rains. D. They can be sold in the market. Why do we need to plant more trees? A. They make the place dark. B. They help in preventing flood. C. They bring heavy rains. D. They can be sold in the market. So kindly take a look at your answers. Make sure that you do not leave any blank. And then when you're done, so hi, I am back to congratulate you again. If you still have some errors, you may read the module again. So pwede, or set a conference with your teacher until you learn. So good job. So you're done with module 8, Science second quarter. Congratulations and goodbye.